Hello and thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Space Engineers. So today I'm just going to first of all cover this up because, well, there's still like I discussed last episode, we also need to have the cover here. Otherwise the cover here is pretty much ineffective. So let's first really quickly put all the blocks in because we still need some here. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 4, not that one. And I actually had a real quick look around near all the asteroids that I could get to from here, and as far as I know, there are no asteroids with ice nearby. So yeah, ice won't be or oxygen, even though we can't produce it, won't be available for at least a few episodes. Sadly, like I said, there were some, however, that did have ice, but they were so far away that even even if I would get it, let's be honest, there's not that much that I could actually I could walk around in my too far. I could walk around in my cockpit, but honestly, even that's not really that much. So it's still not really that special to have oxygen, and then to have oxygen in a room that I'm never in, and go through all the trouble just to get it, so I can show it to you guys, is not really worth it, in my opinion. So that's why I still don't have. That's why I won't actually try and get any ice, and why I won't actually close these doors because well, there's nothing in there anyway. So let's jump in here and very quickly. So these are hangar glass door front protection, and that's done. So now we have the glass side protection and we have the glass front protection. So these are closed. If I now tell these to close, then pretty much exactly what I wanted them to do, to just close off this area. And that light can't be here actually, because I want my sensor to be there. So I will very quickly move this light. So I will say 4. Yes, go there. Of course, very quickly rename it, because easiest way to keep track of things is, oh, I wasn't typing, is to name them properly. So this is interior light cockpit. Apparently this was the one that I got down was number 1, so I'll just rename it number 1 anyway. It won't be in the correct order, but at least they'll still have, all the numbers. So let's weld this one up really quickly. So next thing I will do is actually first see what I need for a sensor. What do I need for one? A sensor requires detector components, radio communication components, and some other stuff. So I need to go to my platform, go to production. I need one. Oops, I don't need 100. Okay, so they're probably enough. And radio communication components, I need 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if I remember correctly. Yes, because I went 3 in total, so yeah. And let's actually grab the beetle for it, because radio communication components are too heavy to actually carry them by hand, and I don't want to have to go to my connector multiple times. So let's just use this one. That's why we built it, basically. So why not just use it? Yeah. So I made exactly double. That's funny. So that's everything I need. Press B and go back very quickly. So I need a sensor in on here. I need one. Oh, wrong way around. I need one in there and one on top. And now let's just go into my beetle, and I can weld the first one from the outside, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Really funny actually, I was looking at another video the other day, and I'm not even don't have a clue who it was, but also making Space News videos if I remember correctly. But he was from the accent I already had a feeling he was Dutch, and I'm not really sure if he was though. But halfway his story, he said something that he used to say a lot more than I do say now. He said, "But yeah," and I used to say it a lot, and I was like, "Oh, he sounds Dutch." And then I heard it, and I just I laughed so hard. It was so funny to actually hear somebody else say, "But yeah," as well. It was also Dutch. It was quite a fun coincidence, and it's something that I no longer say actually. I realized I no longer say but yeah all the time, which is honestly great because it was kind of annoying. Hanger, and I'm really glad that I stopped saying that. So friendly can also walk in, neutral enemy can't. Um, and let's very quickly set this up. So the front only needs 2.5. Something I realized with sensors, the a block is 2.5 meters instead of 5 meters with gravity generators. I think that they just realized how big 5 meters actually is, and they changed it to something smaller and just didn't change the gravity generator, because then uh, or everything would have been off, or they would have to recalculate it, and leaving it is just a lot easier because it's not um, a bug. Like, it's not a bug that really matters or anything. It's not even a bug. It's just a little bit weird. So let's actually see my door airlock hanger. This is the one. It has to open close when I enter, and it has to always close when I leave. I will explain why I'm actually. This is when you uh, enter the area of the sensor, and this when you leave. So for instance right now, if I leave, it will close. So if I just walk by accident and the airlock opens and I walk away, I at least make sure it closes all the time. So that's the reason why I did this. So let's jump in. And let's actually go in here and do door airlock. So this is door airlock 1, in case I make a second one. And if I go here, this is sensor airlock 1. So it's pretty much the same settings. So left is 1.25, right is 1.25, bottom is 1.25, top as well. Hey, oh. And then the back is something that's like it's the place where it's stuck at, so I'll show you in a bit. And this is 2.5 because this has to be the whole block. So detects players, it won't detect, will detect friendly, it won't detect these two. Setup, enter airlock, door airlock 1, open close, and let's just make sure it always closes. I'm pretty sure like things close like 8 times right now. It might actually be really stupid to do that. No, I can actually do that without a problem. That's not supposed to happen. Setup actions. Why did you open? Oh no, wait, you don't actually. I already realized my mistake. Doors, they just, as soon as you enter, they both need to close. So you walk in here, both door closes, the air will be sucked out. You open this door, and you can just, oh yeah, open this door, and you can just walk out. Sometimes because this has to have 1 meter in, you will actually still be in the area like over here. So yeah, in here you're already close. So it's sometimes closed a little bit too early, and you can't really walk out properly. But that's not really a problem as long as you have something behind it, because now if I walk out it will drop, so I don't walk out just normal speed, but if you just do it like this, there's no problem. Let's oh, here's my sensor. So this is, I don't know what I'll call the other door. The other one is door sensor. So this is sensor airlock living. It's from your living area. This is 1.25. So this is all just 1.25, except for the back, which has to be 1, and the bottom actually would have to be 3.75, which is exactly up until the last block. So back is 1. Except I can't actually use 0 for back. I would have been really happy if you could actually just tell it to be 0. And this is 2.5. So the area, it will actually turn these two off, and setup actions, living, open close when you enter, and always close when you leave. If I now walk out, so pretty much the block where the sensor is on and the block here are both blocks that the sensor can reach. So if I go like this and I fly over, you can see the sensor still doesn't activate. As soon as I drop down, it will. And that's pretty much how they're set up. Actually thinking about it, I could have just placed sensor over here, and I could have left the light on there, but you know, that's something I real. Is this damaged? No, I thought it was damaged. Something you realize later. This airlock, I might actually put a sensor in on this side at some point. Although I also still need to light this place. Do I have any? Yeah, I still have a lot of construction components, so let's place some lights in here real quickly. One there, one there. And actually what I really like to do is just in a matte bay or something, just give it a slightly greener color. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just give it a little bit of a green, greenish glow to it. It looks really nice. So just give them a little bit of color. I might actually change the color of the one in the cockpit at some point. I might give them a slightly more bluish color. But it's really nice to not have them like the standard white, and to give them just that bit of extra color to make them stand out a little bit better. And to make the area give the area a little bit more a homey feeling. Because of course everything is pretty much, you know, grey here, so just by doing that I can actually make it look just that much like, see, it's just that much a little bit nicer. Now let's walk out of here. Yeah, I could maybe just put a sensor on here, tell it to open, close and leave the area, and then so put one on. Yeah, I might do that someday. Not yet though, because I'm too lazy to do it right now. Or I might actually not do it, because if something happens to here, this part is still pressurized. So I could tell at least my... I don't know. I'll see. So the great part is now, of course, I can walk in, this thing closes, I can open this, and I walked out too quickly. So you have to wait for it to open, then you walk out, and that's no problem. What I tend to do is walk out just that much, just a little bit too early, and that's why it's having a little bit of a problem then. This should be door. Oh no, wait, it's door factory slash hangar. So that means it comes from the factory to the hangar. That's easy way to name stuff. And what I can do right now is actually get the piping in, I think. Could I get the piping in? Yeah, I'll get the piping in. That will go from here all the way to my sorter here, or just above my sorter. Oh, what? Oh wait, I was a little bit confused how I was orientated. Let's grab you, oops, that's you. You, and you. And, nah, it's just easier to just pipe from here. Just have piping going all over the way over the ceiling. Where do I need to go? I need to go just next to that one. So, do I want to park that close to my gravity generator? I could also let it come out here. Yeah, I'll just let it come out here. So make a turn 6 there. And have this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One too many because this will be my. No, two too many. You go. At least go down a few. Is one enough? Or should I go down 2? I might as well go down 1 because if I go down, oops, if I go down more than what I just saw is that I hit that thing. So I honestly can't go any more down than this. Will it be enough though? No, I will actually just put it next to my gravity. Yeah, I'll put it next to my gravity generator and just let it stick out one. And just hope it doesn't give any problems. And if it does, then you know, you can say, yo, in episode 13, you were talking about doing it like this, and you didn't, and now you know, now you fucked up, and well, then you've pretty much all the right to say so. And I have all the right to ignore it. Nah, sorry, bad joke. Let's get this in here. So because my wall will be right here, this piece I'll just put a conveyor block in here. So it's even with my wall, there's no hole in there, and so in case I ever do consider making this place airtight, I can, because this is at least airtight here. So now let's very quickly go to this one and actually see, is this empty? Because otherwise I will. Yes, it's empty. So let's just grind it off. I should have actually just used the beetle. I was like, oh, that's more work, but now of course I have to go to the back and put everything in. So it would have probably been quicker to just use the beetle immediately instead of trying to do it by hand first. I'm actually realizing if I do actually want to make this place airtight, then I would have to probably move my medbay a little bit and make a door in there, because otherwise I would not be able to come here without my helmet on. So that would mean that I don't have to per se make an airlock in this place. I could just make sure that I can only access it from the living area. That would fix my problem as well. Now my piping should just connect it all the way up to this, so I'm not really sure if there is anything left in my I'm not really sure if there's anything left in my storage, but no, I'll have a quick look just to see if there is. Because if there isn't, I can show you this real quick. So, of course, it has to go to large, beetle, and this has to go to storage. Is there something in my storage? No, my storage is empty. Oh well, then I don't have to connect it like this. And now pretty much the only thing I can do is put a floor in here. So I will first of course make the whole wall like I did before. I'm actually already realizing if I actually want to make this airtight, I can't, because of this this thing will clip through then. And if I want to make it airtight, I can't do that, so I'd have to move that container. What am I looking for? I'm not even. I need to be at the back. I was like, what am I looking for? But I need steel plates, so I need to be at the back here. What I'm actually also thinking is that this large cargo container will, of course, only have. This one will only have steel, or not steel, a stone in here. Because anything else I won't let anything else will be processed. Only stone will stay in here because I don't want to process stone. And if I just put it in here, I could get rid of it at once. So what I could do then is probably connect my beetle because it's a little bit more strength, and then if I cut through the pipe here, the large cargo container will become loose, and I can just pull it out and then lob it into space or something, and it will get rid of itself. At some point I might just drill this off and then leave it, or I might actually pull it away, then drill the container off, and then the stone might just pop out, but the stone might be too big and destroy my ship. So I'll just first pull it out and then very quickly grind it down and see what happens if I grind it down. Because I might just lose a whole bunch of I might just lose the stone and get the parts back to make the large cargo container again, but I'm not sure, so we'll have to see when we get to that. Which actually might be a lot quicker than I thought. It's I want to say halfway full right now. Oh, it's a quarter. Something like that. It's a lot more than I thought. I was really surprised when I realized it was already as full as it was. I think it was either a quarter or a fifth. I'm not sure, to be honest. So yeah, I was quite surprised, and I'm also quite happy if you think about how much. Oh. This is kinda in the way. Oh no, I could actually just leave it in here. What I will do is I will leave it in here, and then yes, because this will be completely sealed off if I just quickly weld this up. So, this is really sealed off by the conveyor tube that's behind it. So like this is just a small hole there, but honestly it's fine. So I could maybe just put a glass in here or something, or you just leave it open like this. I might leave it open like this because then my gravity generator does get a lot more protection. So that's something I accidentally fixed, because I was quite worried about placing my gravity generator in my hangar. But it was pretty much the only place I could place it. And what I'm going to do right now is probably just cover this whole place up in steel and then very quickly weld everything. And that will be the end of this video for now. So I would like to thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to tune in next time.